but yeah, like there aren't enough, um, there aren't really any places to kind of experiment free from. It's like kind of stand-up comedy, isn't it? You've got to practice your material in front of people. You can't do it to, you might have a big garden yourself where you could practice stuff, but you know,
But it's through, I think this is our role, because what you're talking about, and this is what I try and get across, is this is the plant knowledge. This is, forget learning 1,000 Latin names, which make you sound really intelligent. It's that plant knowledge. And I think that something you mentioned earlier about the walk around with the gardeners, that on the ground nuts and bolts plant knowledge of how that plant actually grows in this garden, in this situation, in this aspect, and communicate that to the gardeners and holding their hands. I don't think I can get through this conversation without mentioning, you probably know I'm going to say, James Basson. Is it Basson or Basin? That's my Cambridge accent coming out. I'm not. And how he is literally he is now front and center with the gardeners holding their hand, and gardeners holding his hand, and that two-way process. But I think through that experimentation, through that getting that plant knowledge, then you've got real information that you can impart to to the gardener.
Yeah, definitely. I guess the thing is with gardens as well, that, and especially the gardens that we're talking about, is that, you're not, it's a piece of art that's not only in 3D, it's 4D, isn't it? Because you are just designing it in time. You're thinking how it's going to change, how that 3D space is going to change over time. But like you say, yeah, you need boots on the grounds. You need physically to have your hori in your hand, and to get there and get your hands in the soil to see, what's working, what's not working, because that is a completely, like exactly you say, it's completely different knowledge to just reeling off Latin names. It's to know the relationships between plants and the how plant communities function. Not for quite a while, I think naturalistic planting was quite beholden to, is it the garden-esque, where everything is planted individually and it's its own exhibit, its own specimen. More and more now, naturalistic planting is about the group, the ensemble, the how like a group of plants grow as a team, how like they fulfill the different niches. One's the ground cover, one's the nectar supplier, the other one's maybe the nitrogen fixer in the ground. But yeah, like kind of, you're only going to get that knowledge physically going and seeing what works and what doesn't. So